You know what I love about modern dating?
What?
Is how simple it is now.
Really?
It is?
I feel like it's super complex.
Agreed.
Well, you can't just see someone you think is attractive and go up and ask them out anymore. Ew. That's weird.
Girls don't like that, huh?
No, see,
What?
first, it's easy. You need to, quote, catch a vibe.
Okay.
Okay.
There-
Then
vibes.
you need to protect yourself so you don't catch something else.
Oh.
Okay.
And at that
Good advice.
point, you can move to conversation,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
which can lead to casual dating, which, by the way, is different than being exclusive.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And
yeah.
exclusive, that's not the same as being in a relationship. But even if you are in a
True.
relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean you're together.
I thought you
Yeah.
said this wasn't complicated.
See?
I'm following.
Simple. And then eventually, you just die alone.
Yeah.
There's the
Hooray!
ending.
That's the one I have down.
And one of our listeners emailed us because she's caught somewhere in the middle right now between casual courtship and exclusively non-exclusive.
I don't know where in the timetable that is. in my
Apparently,
head.
there's 4 different phases.
Well, we're going to try and clear everything up when we talk to her
Okay, good.
in your second date update next. How many times have we heard the story? I don't think that girl would have ever spoken to me, but I had a puppy with me in the park.
Oh.
And next
I
thing
mean-
you know, I've got 15 different phone numbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Checks
Now,
out.
sure, some were from 80-year-olds and a couple 14-year-olds.
But they're still phone numbers.
There's a few
Count.
cute ones who haven't been through menopause quite yet.
Mm.
And those are the ones that I want to go out with.
Sweet.
Okay.
We've all heard that story before.
Okay, is that not the story we're going to hear today?
What we haven't heard is the girl with the dogs in the park and how that leads to a life of romance.
I mean, it works exactly the same.
Well, I don't know.
if Jose's
I
at the
don't know if
dog
he's, like,
park.
with the girl, but
Yeah.
he's talking to a girl. And I was like, how
What?
have I seen Hayes more often than I've seen Andy?
Are you talking
What?
to us?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was talking to somebody else. I'm so sorry.
No, well,
I thought I was, I'm so sorry. I thought I was you, but I must have did not.
Not
like
on
you.
mute.
Not on
I
mute.
was just listening
You're
to my
good.
drama.
you're good.
Hey.
Lisa, you're on the show now.
Were you talking to your
I'm so
puppy?
sorry.
And we were...
Yes, I was talking to my puppy.
Sure you are.
I was
Good
just
say.
venting. I was just venting.
We were talking about you because apparently dogs were involved in your first date. Is that right?
Yes, well, dogs are always involved in my life, but yes, specifically my first date as well.
Okay.
Okay,
Life.
so you're like a dog mom.
Well, yes, so I'm a dog mom, but I'm a dog mom and I love my dog so much that I ended up running my own pet business.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow.
You have your own
Yeah.
business
So
doing
fun.
it all.
You're
That's
doing
awesome.
good work in the world.
And
Thank you.
Is that how you met the person you went out with?
No, so I met him online. He didn't really know like what I did necessarily, but he knew that I was an animal lover.
Okay. And does he have a name?
Yeah, his name is Nathan.
Okay.
So
And I was supposed to go meet up with him a couple of days ago, and I was running late. So I was like, let me just ask him if he wants to come and walk the dogs with me.
Oh, mix in business and pleasure. I see.
Do you want to come with me to my work?
Who doesn't want to walk dogs? Like, you're outside, you're enjoying the weather, and you're hanging
I
out
would
with
kinda
animals.
like it.
I would love it.
Is
I
it
would-
a-
that's
I
the only
love
thing that'd
dogs.
probably get me on a walk is give me some dogs and let them guide me.
How did it go? Were you able to have like a fun time with him, make it romantic?
Yeah, it was great. We met up, we took the dogs around. It was like really, really good. And he asked me, he's like, do you have your own dog? And I said, yes, of course I have my own dog. And he goes, well, we should walk him too. And I told him that his name was Barney.
That's a cute name.
Oh, nice.
It's short for Barnacle, actually, because he's kind of old and crusty. I adopted him.
Oh, that's even cuter. Barnacle.
Did you
Kinda
like
harsh.
stop by your apartment or something and pick up Barney?
Yes, we ended up walking Barney, and after we had walked like 4 different dogs. So, I was like, this guy is willing to walk with me for these many hours. It was going
Yeah.
good. And the conversation was great, and we went to go drop off Barney back at home, and we kissed on my front door.
Oh, you kissed.
Oh, right in
I thought
front
you
of
were-
Barney?
I thought you were going to list
Wait,
a body part.
You
for a
think that's
second.
inappropriate on the first date in front of the kid?
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to do it in front of your children.
Not in front of
I
Barnacle.
think Barney approved.
Oh.
Oh.
Did you invite him up, or was the kiss
Look,
the end of the
it
night?
doesn't have to go any
No,
farther
no.
than
Barney
that.
watch everything?
Like, how deep do you want this to go?
So I invite him up, and then he ends up spending the night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come
Wow.
on.
All
And then
right.
The morning wasn't awkward at all. Like, everything went super smooth, except The only awkward thing about it was that Barney slept in the bed because he always sleeps with me. But he didn't seem to mind.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he knew what he was getting into. He walked dogs with you for hours. And I mean, you obviously made a good connection because it's not even like you guys were drinking. It wasn't like some like...
It was all genuine.
Yeah. That all sounds great. So how did you two leave it that day?
So he was getting ready to go that next morning, and I told him, I was like, well, I want to be vulnerable with you. And I said, I like you. And I told him, just so you know, I don't want to meet anyone else new online, but not take it too seriously.
Whoa. Wait, is this the talk?
Kind of.
Well,
it's like
I
a
feel like
pre-talk.
I feel like it's important to, let people know what page you're on and for them to let you know what page they're on, and that's how things work. So I asked him, I said, are you okay if we're in a situationship? And
a situationship.
What's that?
That's like you're not quite in a relationship. It could either be a new relationship or, those people that date for 10 years but never get married. That's also like considered a situation.
Right. Like not meeting new people, but like not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Exactly.
And just concentrating on each other, though.
So exactly like you were before. Absolutely nothing different.
You get in trouble if you're called on the app, which sucks.
Okay. That's interesting.
What did he say?
He seemed a little surprised by it, but not in a bad way. And he kind of laughed and he agreed with it. So,
oh, that's cute. Well, and I bet it was refreshing for him. I mean, I would imagine, like, finally someone who is, like, forthright with how they feel, what they want. Here's my boundaries.
Yeah, but
don't you think that's nice?
As a guy, maybe it could have waited a day or two.
I mean, if it didn't go so well, I don't think that I would have brought that up. But, like, it was just so natural. And like you guys said, like, we weren't drinking. We weren't doing anything crazy. So, like, all the feelings that I got from him were very genuine. And I just thought it was a great time.
Okay, so now you're officially in a situationship with Nathan.
Who won't call you back? Is that what's going on?
That's kind of how they work.
It's a unique situation.
Is it the end of the situationship?
Well, I hope not, because it just started.
Okay.
So it can't end because
But now you're having trouble keeping the situationship going.
I mean, there's been like a couple of times where I tried to reach out to him, like try to set up a little date to hang out, and like nothing too serious, just like a coffee date or something. Or I even asked him if he wanted to come over and hang out with Barney again. And he's just kind of like either always busy or...
This is definitely a situation that we're in now, but...
Oh, are we in a situation?
No ship with it, just a situation.
We're going to try and ship it, though, when we call Nathan coming up next.
I am shipping them, for
All
sure.
right, we're going to ship you two after we play a song, come back and get your second date update next. And it's weird. We talk about so many different dating terms on this show, and I haven't heard of the one that Brooke and Jose both apparently knew called situationship.
Yes.
Which Brooke is trying to attempt with her husband unsuccessfully at the moment.
I don't want to break up with him.
Yeah, exactly. It's where you're not fully
I'm kidding. I love that
exclusive,
guy.
but you're also not actively trying to meet new people. And that's what happened on Lisa's date the other day with a guy who ended up spending the night after they walked dogs together. Woke up the next morning and she said, "Will you be in a situationship with me?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was all on board for it.
Or so he said.
At least, yeah.
I mean, to
those
her
were
face.
his words.
Yeah.
His actions have been a lot different than that because he is not scheduling that second meetup. So we're going to call him and find out why he isn't more serious about this situationship. Not too serious about it.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
The average amount of seriousness that goes into situations. Right, Lisa?
Confusing.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Are you feeling nervous about this? Because, I mean, you obviously really like this guy.
I mean, the only thing that I'm getting nervous about is maybe I brought up like the situationship a little bit too early.
Well, maybe we can unscare him off.
Yeah.
If that is the case.
By getting a call from a radio station.
Well, I mean, we're cool.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe after this call is over, we'll be considered the situationship crusaders.
That doesn't sound cool.
Do we
at
have
all.
to get that part? Yeah.
I'm putting in the petition to change the show name from Brooke and Jeffrey
my
to the situationship crusaders.
I'm going to deny that motion.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. We'll stick with Brooke and Jeffrey. Fine. We're gonna go. Let's dial Nathan. See what he has to say.
Hello?
Hey, is this Nathan?
Yeah, this is Nathan.
Sorry, did we just catch you waking up or something?
No, I just get a lot of calls from numbers I don't have, so...
Oh, you're annoyed. We're not a solicitor.
Well,
Yeah, we hate those people too. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
well, we're not solicitors in a way.
No, we
We're
know him.
situationers.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're soliciting on behalf of one of our listeners named Lisa that you went out on a date with. and are still seeing?
Not seeing, I don't think.
Well, want to still see?
Yeah. I know Lisa. We're seeing each other.
Oh, you are
Okay.
seeing? Okay.
Good.
So she reached out to us for this thing called a second date update. That's what we're doing right now because she's a little bit
Okay.
confused about why after your first date, there hasn't been a second one.
She says you've responded to text. It's just like, doesn't seem like you're super stoked to see her again.
No, like I do like Lisa a lot. Like she's awesome.
A lot.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so the situationship is on your side.
She told us at the end of your first date, you guys set up a situationship. And she told us that she might have been worried that she rushed into it, may have brought it up a little bit too soon and
Yeah.
scared you off.
Or we told her she may have brought it up too soon, but yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, I think situationships are awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you
Wow, okay then.
you aren't actively pursuing anyone else and you're concentrating on dating Lisa right now.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that, but I am pursuing Lisa. We are in a situationship.
Well,
yeah.
she said that she's been trying to make plans with you, but you're always busy or something.
Well, I mean, I would have gone out with her last week, but like she said that she could only do Friday, and I was actually kind of already had plans with someone, a
Wait.
date on Friday. So
Wait, hold
A date.
If you're in a situationship, you don't go out on other dates, right? Isn't that how I understand it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, we are in a situationship. It's like I basically can't go out and meet anyone new, but there are like a few other girls I've already been seeing and chatting with, so like that should be okay, you know?
I think
Oh.
you guys may have definitions
Yeah.
of, because
Yeah.
you're kind of cheating on a situationship.
But you can't
So-
cheat because it's not a relationship.
So Alexis is on your side, bro.
So wait, you're in a situationship with Lisa, but what are the other girls then?
You know, I'm actually there's like four situationships I'm in at the moment.
You're in 4 situationships all at the
Messy.
same time? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
a thing. Unless you talk about an open situationship, and I don't think you have that.
An open
Poly
situation.
situationship.
She just said like you can't go out and meet anyone new, and like that's all we talked about.
So
Already-
you're holding on to that word.
This is one
Yeah.
of those like semantics things.
Yeah, that's the
instead
word,
of
semantics.
I mean, you haven't told her about the other 4 women, so you obviously know it would upset her.
I mean, for all I know, she could be in several other situationships.
Okay, that's what cheaters always
Okay.
No, you don't have to tell them because it's a situationship. Just
Yeah,
saying.
but you can't date like
Oh,
5
boy.
people at the same time and say you're all in a situationship
We're-
with all of them.
Alexis.
We're all
can.
sounding very confused about it, but
Yeah.
Nathan seems very sure of himself that this is okay.
To me, it's like that's the difference between a relationship and a situationship.
So you
But
would
yeah.
never cheat in a relationship, though. You're just saying in this situation, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's actually a pretty great situation because I mean I get this free pass to go out and date and like hook up with a bunch of other girls and it's
What
like
the-
no commitment to anyone.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So you're single.
So you're getting
Yeah.
with like Brenda and Sally and Ashley and Lisa, and they're all cool with it.
It's like we just pulled all the names out of 1950.
I know. No one is
Are we
named
a-
Sally.
we're a
Brenda.
doo-wop group.
I'm just saying, why am I not in a relationship? This sounds great.
You mean
No,
a
it's not a
situationship?
relationship.
Oh, a situationship.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how Lisa thinks it works. I can guarantee
Yeah, you're
it.
supposed
Yeah.
to focus on one another
Yes.
and
No
not be too serious.
Maybe
Yeah.
Lisa
Said yes.
is totally on the same page as Nathan in
think
this
so.
I don't
thing.
think
Yeah,
so,
find
bro.
out.
Let's ask her
see.
because Nathan, I need to let you know that Lisa is on the other line listening. She actually has been this
Yeah.
whole time.
I am listening. And you're disgusting. We are not in an open situationship.
It's not an
I
open
told
one.
you it wasn't open.
Like, I don't think that you understand what the definition of a situationship is.
No, you told me I wasn't supposed to meet anyone new, and I haven't.
Oh, that's a good
Sure, but
situationship.
also, remember when I told you that I wanted to be vulnerable with you? That also means telling the truth. So why didn't you just tell me the truth to start with?
Oh, I didn't lie. You didn't ask.
That is, oh my God, that is such a red flag, Lisa. Anyone who says that.
But truth telling, that's more of relationship status, I think.
Okay.
They're not there
Situationship isn't into 100% honesty yet.
I don't think that's true because you should tell the truth to everybody, your friends, your relationships, no matter who it is. So I just see a lot of red flags here.
Yeah.
I did tell the truth. I just told it to everyone on the radio. Like, I wouldn't have said that information if I was trying to hide something. Like,
He's got a
Well,
point.
why didn't you tell me that to start with then? Like, why did you have to wait for it now if you have nothing to hide? Why didn't you just tell me when we were seeing each other?
Yikes.
When I
I
asked
just
you to be in a
thought that was-
situationship.
common knowledge of
Okay.
what.
Oh my God,
It
they've
sounds
had
like
one
we're-
date and it's
We're
they're
getting
having
into a
this coma.
situationship breakdown here.
But here's the thing. Like, obviously, there was a miscommunication here, right? He thought one thing, you thought the other. Moving forward, I mean, would you be willing to only see Lisa and drop the other 4 situationships?
Or on the other hand, Lisa, would you be willing to take on more situationships so that it's equal, 4 for 4? Maybe you guys can exchange situations. I don't know how these work.
Lisa just sounds awesome, and it sounds like you guys had a real connection.
Lisa doesn't sound. Barnacle
I mean,
sounds
she is
awesome. How could you do this to Barney?
Barney really likes you, and now I'm concerned for Barney because I always trust all the people that my dog likes, and I don't trust you right now.
Barney.
So Barney and I are going to have a serious conversation.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Barney's old too. We don't want to let him down.
Nathan.
He might be just delusional. That's probably what it is right now.
It's like Barney's partially in this situationship too, Nathan.
Yeah, you gotta
Yes.
think of the kids. or
So
the dog kids.
maybe you should dump Brenda and Sally and Gretel and just
Now, here
Well,
we are.
Now we're in a German fairy tale.
whoever it is, and maybe would you be interested in just a one-person situationship with only Lisa?
I mean,
If you're willing to do that, we'll pay for another date between you two.
Not a relationship, just the situation.
Why can't they just go on a date?
Keep
No
it
situation.
super casual.
Sure.
I am keeping it super casual. I'm only dating the people I'm in situationships with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sticking to your circle.
So is that it?
So you are a poly situationship person, is what you're saying.
That is not a term that I acknowledge.
If you don't acknowledge it, it doesn't exist.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
You know what, Nathan? I'm just not into it. I really, I just saw a lot of red flags to start with. And if you just can't be honest with me up front, then I'm just not going to waste my time.
All right.
oh
Well,
no,
at
Nathan.
least you know now.
I mean, honestly, this is really a bummer because I really liked hooking up with you and everyone else at the same time. But